So first, to start off, what the social ecological model is, it emphasizes multiple levels of influence. So it has the individual, interpersonal, organizational, community, and public policy. So the idea is that behaviors both shape and are shaped by the social environment. So basically, I am shaped by my community, and I also shape the community. I have an influence on it as it does on me. The basis of this model is the individual. That's where it all starts, with the person. So, to explain my understanding, I want to use my brother as an example. So, he is 15 years old and he has been diagnosed with ADHD. So, as he got older, he wanted to learn more about what ADHD was, and he wanted to understand and try to better himself. But there's only so much you can learn without the help of others. Usually, the first thing you do when you need help or you have a question is go to your family, or you go to people that you interact with daily, whether it be your family or somebody you trust, a counselor at school. This is the interpersonal level, it's your social network. So, for my brother, he came to my family and he had these questions, and we could answer as much as we could from the knowledge that we had about ADHD, and we could try to learn more. But then we have to go to someone who actually knows the answers to his questions, which is a actual counselor or a therapist. So what happens next at the organizational level is us as a family getting the information we need by utilizing the resources that institutions give us, whether it be using the school and having counseling sessions there, or going to an actual facility where we could have therapy sessions, attend classes for kids with ADHD, anything of that sort. So now we're at the community level, which is personally my favorite because you see how things interact with each other. And what I mean by that is at the organizational level, we had the school, which offered counseling, and then we also went to a facility that offered us therapy sessions, and they offered us classes to help understand kids with ADHD. So, for example, of how these two can interact, um, the let's just say the therapist at where the facility we were at goes to my brother's school and offers classes to more parents and more kids who suffer from mental illness, and they learn how to interact at school. And this is important because there's always a lot of kids at school who have something going on and they don't really understand how to navigate it. And at this level, the community level, you also see what is going on in the community. And you see that a lot of kids are going through certain mental health issues that never get addressed because they don't have the resources. So, by a facility that offers therapy and counseling sessions and they offer classes, going to a school such as the school my brother goes to, you can see the positive in the kids and improvement at home, improvement in the classroom, on how they can learn to deal with their mental health issues. At the highest level of the social ecological model is public policy. Public policy is all of the rules, regulations, laws that are enforced in many situations. So, for example, the school that my brother attends has policies which are enforced to help protect kids with mental disabilities from being discriminated against in the classroom. So let's just say a teacher doesn't have a lot of experience working with kids with mental health issues such as ADHD, and they don't understand how to deal with the kid. So instead of trying to get to the root of the problem and making things better, they just throw the kid out of the classroom, they send them to the principal's office, which cuts into their learning, and the kid starts to fall behind. Well, this is not okay, and once you bring that to the attention of, let's say, the board of administrators, you see that the child is protected under these policies because they should not be treated any differently than a kid without a disability. They also have policies that help them with their disability. They give them extra resources and extra support, which is very helpful to kids with mental health issues. And this is very important because a kid like my brother who feels maybe alone, or he feels pushed to the side, or he feels that he's the only one going through this, shows that there is more people that go through this, and also it gives them an understanding that there is help and there is the resources to make things better. There are three components to social work practice. At the first level, it is micro, which is individual. An example of this would be my brother attending counseling to help navigate his ADHD and help him understand everything he's going through. The second level, which is in the middle, is Mezzo, which is small groups. And an example of this would be my family and I attending classes to help understand my brother's ADHD. And this is very important because since he lives with me and my family, it's important for us to have the knowledge to positively impact him. The third and final level is macro, which is the biggest level, and it involves communities and organizations. An example of this would be my brother's school organizing an intervention for the whole community to help understand mental health issues and provide resources. So this is important because we're not the only family, and my brother's not the only person who has a mental health issue, and it's important as a community to understand that mental health is something that should not be taken lightly. It is very important and it affects a lot of people daily.